It's very interesting thinking of this week's parasha and the connection between New Orleans, where I was last week, as you can see from the results of me buying this beautiful, charming hat. New Orleans was a very nice place for me to visit. In fact, if I would really want that place to be my homeland, and I got to meet people there, that even after the Katarina, the terrible disaster that happened there, the flood that really washed away half or more than that of that city, people saw New Orleans as their home. And with all the difficulties, they decided to stay, even though there's maybe a chance that this could happen again, this disaster or whatever it is. Very interesting. When some place is your home, you don't really think, you are aware of the difficulties, the dangers that may await you, but you don't really digest them all the time. You're not thinking about them. You're not really focusing about them all day and night. I think it goes very, very together with what happens in this week's parasha, Parashat Shelach. Hashem sends through Moshe 12 spies to spy the land of Israel, to see what's going on in Israel, hopefully to come back and uplift Bnei Israel with good news, with good feelings about the land of Israel. Unfortunately, as we know, 10 of the spies come back with terrible news. They even tell the people that it's better if we go back to Egypt to be slaves as we were, rather than going into this frightening land. Only 2 spies, as we know, Yoshua and Caleb, they are the ones that uplift the spirit of Bnei Israel. They try to, they don't really succeed at the end of the day, but they really choose to believe in Eretz Israel. And I think it's very interesting. When you're a tourist in New Orleans and you're interested in knowing about how will it be if I were to live in this place, if you really love this place, if it's really your homeland, in my case New Orleans is not my homeland, but for those people that I spoke to, it was. If Israel is my homeland, even if there are difficulties, even if there are dangers in a way, it's still my homeland. I should be jumping into the water out of joy and not out of fear. Out of faith in Hashem rather than fear. Interesting, this week, straight back, I came back from New Orleans with my family, and I met this guy that came here to speak to me about the fact that he's making aliyah to Israel. He's immigrating to Israel. And I asked him, do you have some fears? Do you have some suspicions? Do you have any cold feet? And he said to me, what are you talking about? Absolutely not. Of course, I'm aware of all the difficulties, but I'm not afraid. I'm aware of all the challenges, and I'm happy for the challenges. It is not even the obligation of aliyah, he's told me, the obligation of immigration. It is the merit for me to face those challenges that await me in Israel. And unfortunately, the spies, the 10 spies, weren't able, as the sages tell us, to believe that they can do it. The Bnei Israel, with Hashem together, have the ability to enter the land of Israel with all the strength. Yoshua and Caleb say, Ki yachol nuchala. We are able to do it. It's within our abilities to conquer the land, to live there in peace, and to enjoy the land of Israel, to enjoy the present that God gave us. Well, we enjoyed New Orleans. Our head and thoughts, well, heart and thoughts are towards Israel. May we always be able to jump into the cold water. Even if it's a bit cold, we get used to it. We love the cold water when it's our homeland. And may all the good things happen to us as we try all the time to uplift each other towards going towards, as I said about 5 times, towards missions and amazing goals that we as Jews have in the world. Shabbat Shalom.